the fourth experiment of our civil engineering planning and drafting lab. It is steel trusses. First of all, let's see what's a steel truss. A steel truss is a structure which is usually composed of axial load carrying members. Now, let's see what are these axial loads. These axial loads can be either compression or tension. Here, the trusses usually carry the loads coming from roof of a building. Now, what are the loads acting on a roof? It can be the self-weight of the roof, then wind load, snow load, rain load, etc. Now, all these loads are coming on the truss, and the self-weight of the truss also acting on the same truss. Now, let's see how these steel trusses are made. Now, steel trusses are composed of different steel sections. Now, these steel sections can be angle section, channel section, I section, etc. First of all, let's see the different parts of a steel truss. In this figure, you can see different parts. After studying all these parts, then we will study how to draw this step by step. Okay, first of all, here these are the main parts of a steel truss. Here these members are angle sections. Here these angle sections are shown in dark shade. These are the cross-sectional view of these members. Now, this section is having two legs. Both of these legs are perpendicular to each other. Here, name of this section is ISA 75 by 75 by 6. Now let's see what is the meaning of this ISA 75 by 75 by 6. ISA means Indian Standard Angle, and 75, 75 and 6 are the dimensions of this cross sections of the angle. Now let's see what is a gusset plate. If you want to connect a large number of members together, then you can use these gusset plates. So for this purpose, you can take a steel plate, then connect all these members to that steel plate. Then connect all these members to that steel plate by means of bolt. Either you can bolt it or weld it. Now, the connecting plate is known as a gusset plate. So by using a gusset plate, you can connect different members together. Now, here in this view, you can see different steel members, then different gusset plates. After that, you can see this entire steel truss is connected to a concrete base, and the load coming on these members is transferred to this concrete base. Now, these are the roofing materials. Here, the roofing material can be either asbestos, tiles, etc. Now, this roofing material in this figure is asbestos cement sheets. Now, these sheets are connected to the truss by means of bolts. Now, you can see these are the bolts. It is represented by J bolt. This name came from the shape which is similar to the English alphabet J. Now, 5 mm diameter means the diameter of the bolt is 5 mm. Now, this is a member thickness of this asbestos cement sheet, and this representation means the asbestos sheet is extending beyond this gap. And now let's see, this is the ridge of the sheet. That means two of these sheets are combining at this portion. So you should make this portion free from rainwater. So for that purpose, we are folding it in this way. Now this is a explanation for different parts of a steel truss. Now let's see how to draw this steel truss.